Okay, bro. What you want to know?
Yeah.
And I'm blessed, you know what I mean? I thank God every day, you know what I mean, for me being in this position.
Great entertainer, great on the mic, and then even a great worker.
I tell you could beat me one-on-one?
Mike could do that.
All right, I gotta put the shades on.
Growing the game at such a global level.
Can't keep up with me and be consistent on a daily basis.
Hell yeah, look at him. He act too cool. He act too confident.
It comes to such reward for all the hard work that you put in and to rise to the top.
Your chain turning your neck purple. We're not.
What up, this is KRS-One with the TakeOver Files. Make sure y'all stay tuned on this realness.
So we back with the TakeOver Files, man. We about to talk a little bit about the hood novels. You know what I'm saying? Where did you start the hood novels, and when did you start the hood novels?
When I actually first started writing hood novels, I was in House of Correction on a juvenile block where they it was juveniles that was charged as adults. They had a juvenile side, but you was charged as adults on State Road. And I was administrated to the whole. It wasn't really too much you could do. At that time, I done read the Bible front and back about probably literally 4 times. The whole Bible front and back. I done had read that. I done did all the push-ups, jumping jacks you could have did. I done sweated. I was just thinking, just constantly thinking. And then I just said, well, damn, why I don't just start writing about my life while I'm in here? Because it just seemed like my whole life was a movie. Like literally, as I was in there at that time, I just said, let me just start writing a movie. Let me just start writing about my life. And at first, when I first started writing about my life, I just started writing about my life. I was just writing. And then I had let somebody read, and he was like, whoa. I'm talking about, because this, you know what I mean, we was doing this, he was like, no, you can't do it like that. Like, you ready to go to jail for the rest of your life at a young age, you gotta chill. And I'm like, what you mean? He like, no, you can't, you gotta do it like this. And then you turn it into a hood novel. And that's why I told you I wrote 4 hood novels, but I also wrote an autobiography, because it's like, even though I wrote them 4 hood novels and it's like, it's part truth and majority of the hood novel, it's like it still wasn't all the way full throttle, so I still had to write an autobiography and still put it in my own words to, you see what I'm saying, make it not a hood novel, but not blatantly, putting people, lives or freedom in jeopardy, so they say. But at the end of the day, the hood novels is basically more like based on a true story. 85% real, 15% fabricated, literally.
So for the characters in the hood novels, do you feel like when they read it, they'll know it's about them?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
That's it. All right, so as far as with the autobiography, you come up with a title, or what's the title of it?
I mean, the autobiography right now, I don't have a title of that chat, but the hood novel is called Born Into a Legacy 1, Born Into a Legacy 2, Legacy Continues 3, and Born Into a Legacy 4.
So what does that word legacy mean to you, dog? Because that's, you feel me, like, it seems like that's a powerful word to you. You're a legacy in your own rights. You feel me? You've been through what you're saying, with everything you've been through. What does that word legacy mean?
I mean, the word legacy basically means never dies to me. It's like always alive, unlimited. That's what that type of word means to me. And I say born into a legacy is because my older relatives is the ones that actually started that legacy. You see what I'm saying? And Orphan actually started that. So that's why I said I was born into a legacy. It's not like I created this legacy of our names. I just continued on with the legacy. And this is why it's called Born Into a Legacy Part 1, Part 2. Part 3 is Legacy Continues. Part 4 was going to be Born Into a Legacy 4. And I was thinking about making a Part 5, which was I forgot what I was. Yeah, I actually forgot what Part 5 was going to be, but it was something with the legacy. But it was going to be like the return of the legacy or something like that. Because like I said, my relatives, majority of them passed away or was incarcerated and did a lot of jail time. And I did too. So the return of the legacy was going to be all of us all reuniting back home from the prison cells or the cell gates or behind the walls of the white man prisons.
So who's some people that played a huge factor in your life
My cousin came, which is right there actually. My cousin Marquise, he's home. He just did 23 years. The main two characters that's actually like, which like really started me like physically, like where I get my heart and my strength and my style from, is actually deceased. That's his oldest brother. His name is Karan. They called him Karan, aka QB. And my cousin Dante, which was like a older brother to me. They called him Dante. They both was actually favorite cousins. They was like really like, I'm talking about like, they was like the definition of loyalty. Never synced them like not one time ever like betray in no type of way. To the point where as though it's like, it like they didn't even have to like say out their word out their mouth like loyalty. It was like they showed it with their actions. They also used to sit us down, me and him, and tell us things and show us things, but like they did more so in their actions. Like that's how they left us with, you know, the characteristics that we have. And Marquise, like I just mentioned, who is also released from prison, was actually like someone who carried me throughout all of my jail terms through letters and stuff like that. He always kept me like grounded and like groomed me and schooled me. You see what I'm saying? And like be ahead of my times, or like at least be ahead of the people that was in my college.
So I want you to let the people know just how important is it to send letters to
It's more important than sending money. The letters is more important than the money. You see what I'm saying? It's easy to really send money like if like, all right, for instance, like that's what I said. I when I first started going to jail, I never wanted for nothing from the streets. I always got it because they knew I was coming back out there. You see what I'm saying? So it's like this. All right, say if he's a kingpin or whatever the case may be. I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you're a kingpin, you got some type of brains. So if you got some type of brains, you'll be smart. Every kingpin ain't tough. You see what I'm saying? But every kingpin know that he need people. And if I'm a valuable source, why not make sure while I'm in jail serving 18 months, you make sure you check on my mom and give me money and all that. If you know, so when I come home, if you say him right there, I'll do anything that you need me to do, because at this time I'm young, I'm blinded. I think this is real love and loyalty. You see, I don't even understand that I'm just a pawn in this game. You see what I'm saying? I don't even understand that I'm just a pawn. You see what I'm saying? And this is why. But other than that, it wouldn't be no reason why. So this is why I said the letters is more important. Because at the end of the day, when you sit down and you write someone, you express in those letters and that writing. You see what I'm saying? The relationship that y'all have. Money don't really explain that. You see what I'm saying? Because if I got a lot of money and I know I'm going to need you when you come back home, I could just keep sending you the money. You see what I'm saying? I could send you the pictures. The pictures mean a lot. As much as the letters do too, though.
So, how long was you locked up for?
The first time I did 9 months. The second time 18 months, and then the third time 5 years, and then this time 7 years.
So how old are you? It's safe to say you spent
half
your life.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
So looking back, would you change anything?
Nope. I just stay just like I am right now, safe and sound. I'm still alive. It's 2018. They said I wasn't going to make it to see 18.
Right. We got one more break for y'all. It's about to heat up. TakeOver Files. CM Chinaman.
The Chief.
We'll be back.